was essentially a government scheme to get young people getting paid to play football, essentially.
Yeah.
What was Roy Keane like, adolescent Roy Keane, to work with?
First of all, before I start on Roy Keane, right, it was a fantastic initiative, and there are still false football FAI courses. Right now, Joe McGrath, who was the international manager at the time, the under-15, under-16 international manager, Joe was lucky that he had a foot in both camps. Joe worked for Foss, right, and he was the international team manager. So I couldn't talk about the Foss courses without paying, a compliment to Joe. Mm-hmm. It was Joe, because of his unique position between the two, he was able to set it up.
Basically, I was unemployed and I was playing for Cobh Ambrose, and I was obviously I was semi-professional with Cobh, and this Foss course came up in Dublin, and that was training full time, and obviously to get you prepared if you did go to England.
The Foss course was run by the FAI. It was actually for one young player from every League of Ireland club in the country, which is 22 clubs. But some clubs didn't take up the option, so other clubs got 2. Cork City got 2, Cobh got 2. So Roy was Cobh's representative.
And I was getting a 7:30 train every Monday morning, and coming back on a Friday night, go to Friday night and then play on a Sunday, then go back. And I didn't really like living in Dublin, to be honest. I miss Cork a lot, even though I was about 17 at the time. I should have been probably a little bit more mature, but I did, miss my family and whatever. But as I said, in the long run, it paid off.
I didn't think Roy, in terms of ability, was the best player on that course. And a lot of the lads would say that, because Tony Gorman and Pat Fenlon, I would have put, in terms of my judgment, which has been proved wrong, those two guys would have been better prepared, would have been better.
The Foss course was, a really, really intensive thing for Keane. Obviously, it enabled him to get bigger physically, it enabled him to certainly develop technically, and also, rub shoulders with really elite talent. He had such self-belief, right? And he had such belief in his ability. And again, like I say, he had a steely determination. Right, and you might, if you wanted to be unkind, you could say it was a one-eyed selfishness that he thought of Roy. He wanted Roy to succeed, but he backed it up with the hard work. So it's kind of survival of the fittest, and I think Keane always likes those odds. I think that sort of competitive nature of it. If it was a kind of a relatively calm and delicate sort of training program, I don't think Keane would have lasted. I think the fact that it was very intense and that it was sort of the creme de la creme of young players in the country, I think it really suited him in terms of his personality and his mindset. I was able to see through the bullshit that was going on around. Mm-hmm. I mean, he would call out hypocrisy, and he'd have the odd sly remark to the coaches and to Joe McGrath as the manager of the team and all that. You could see that at an early age. He hadn't got much time for that. He could see through all the excess and all the fun and all the circus that goes on around being a professional footballer. I think he could always see through that. I
think if you would ask Roy about the training aspect of it, I think it really made him,
That would be Roy Keane to me. That apart from the physical commitment and his ability to dominate the people around him, both on his own team and the other team, I think in terms of just sculpting his game down to the basics of controlling the ball well and passing the ball well, right? He brought that to a fantastic level, right? And then coupled with the other qualities as well, made him the player and the leader that he was.